Well, how are you today?
I'm fine. How are you today, my kind sir?
I'm pretty fucking exhausted, but it'll be alright.
Because now we got a podcast.
Yeah, now we're doing a podcast.
We're fine.
I've looked forward to this day for all of a week.
Yeah. When we decided to do it about a week ago. It's about the same amount of time as the average restraining order. I don't know. Those are usually for life, aren't they?
Yeah, I think so.
Then I'm totally wrong.
Well, that's okay.
Well, then what are we talking about now?
don't
Give me a
know.
freaking chicken nugget.
I feel like we had an introduction very...
What?
Turn off notifications on Discord.
What?
I forgot to turn off my notifications for Discord. Should I even bother with it?
No.
Alright,
Extra noises to bother us. It'll be fine. This is a cold chicken nugget.
But, oh boy, are they...
I choked.
Yeah, aren't they something magical?
You can really taste the seasoning better when they're cold. A little bit of the breading.
Taste of 725.
Yeah. You can taste the crushing of teen spirit across America. Oh, it's nasty though. Gotta wash it down with our drink of the day. Caddyshack.
Yeah, we're drinking a peace tea.
Peace
Caddyshack.
Tea and lemonade is what it is, half and half.
I'm pretty sure that the Norse Vikings would have drank this if they had it around, but
Instead, they drink blood.
Yeah, and alcohol. This does not have alcohol,
Mead.
but it does have 4% juice on it.
Well, hold on. Does that mean only 4% of it is lemonade, and the rest is tea?
Yeah, I guess.
Then why is it? Shouldn't it be half and half?
But
hold on.
It doesn't appear that it is.
I'm gonna look at the nutrition facts.
It says natural flavors, but I don't know what natural flavors infer.
Tea powder. It isn't tea leaves. They make peace tea from tea powder.
Well, what is tea powder?
Powder from tea. Like maybe it's like dehydrated milk. Maybe it's like
There's
dehydrated
apple juice
tea.
concentrate in here.
Lemon juice from concentrate. Oh wait, yeah, it's lemonade. Fuck. Apple juice from concentrate, cane sugar.
It's not that surprising, but
Has a bit of citric acid in there. Probably from the lemonade. I'm an idiot. I mean, it's less ingredients than a lot of other things, but I did not expect the apple juice.
you know what's weird? While we're on this topic of strange things about drinks, I'm pretty sure that Dr. Pepper has more sugar in it than Mountain Dew.
Wasn't Mountain Dew like the most declared like one of the most sugary drinks?
I'm pretty sure.
I'm gonna look that up. Hold on. Sugar content of you look up sugar content of a Dr. Pepper, and I'll look up the sugar content of a Mountain Dew. A singular Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew. Now let's see that. Shut up, Netflix. I don't want to hear about that.
100 milligrams of sodium, 64 grams of sugar.
77 grams of sugar in Mountain Dew.
Okay, well, dude, where am I getting this from?
Your fucking pea brain. Smooth ass head. Smooth forehead.
I feel like this isn't going along very well.
You're not going along very well. I mean, it's just, we wanted to make this just...
We've had 2 facts so far, and both of them have been wrong.
I mean... this is why we made it, because we wanted to have it just like us talking, shooting the shit.
Like what this really is, it is just us
shooting the shit podcast.
But I feel like that's kind of the thing, like every time, every friend group has like one occasion which like we should record what our conversation is.
We just actually went through with it.
Yeah, and it's less insightful than what I thought would be promised. But
you always think that you're gonna be able to get those stories off, but and then you realize, wait a minute, that isn't how life works. That isn't how most conversations work. There's a lot of awkward pauses, and you can't really have that in a podcast. Unless you're
That's
famous,
something-
then people don't care.
Yeah,
But we're not.
We're not famous. We are literally the furthest thing from. Your channel is
There's
it even
nothing.
made yet?
I made it, but there's nothing on it.
Okay.
In my Twitter that I made for it has more followers.
I've amassed 35 views on my
35
first.
views on your Bad Boys Boofing
Yeah.
video. Hold
I
on.
think that's.
Let me see how many subscribers you have.
I think it's 8 now.
Oh, 8. Ooh.
Yeah, it's
Wow,
went up.
wonderful. Let's see. You can't even see. This was pointless.
Subscribe. Go ahead.
Subscribe. You got one more subscribers.
Oh no, it's 45 now. 45 on Bad Boys Boofing.
Oh, wonderful. It gained 10 in a half second since it loaded last time or whatever.
But yeah. As you can tell, we are men of
Men of increasingly high class and only
Yeah.
growing taller by the day.
exactly a foot a day.
I would say more like a millimeter a day, but over time,
Yeah.
that picks up. That shit picks up. I'm trying
Doctors hate him.
Doctors hate him. Look at this.
How to grow a millimeter a day.
Dude, I think most people, like, after they hit, like, their, like, middle ages, they start shrinking.
Yeah.
So, like, it's, like, really slight amounts over time. So, like, people would,
That's
like,
weird.
kill for a millimeter
Yeah.
a day at a certain point.
That'd probably, start helping, at least a little bit.
I know my grandmother, on my mom's side, she was at her, like, peak height. She was about 5'5"-ish. This is just me spitballing. I know it was like in the middle road of 5. It might be 5'6", maybe 5'4". By the time she died, she was 4'11".
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was like my mom was surprised because she didn't realize it because my mom has also shrunk about 2 inches since she last like she was like at her height.
Think about that though. Like one day we are going to like
Oh
be examined for our height, and it's just gonna be like, damn, I'm shrinking.
I'm no longer gonna be 5'10", and I'm gonna be 3 inches away from 6 foot. I need those 2 inches, man. If I could take 2 inches off of other parts of my body and put them onto my height, I wouldn't, because I respect my body and I understand that isn't how that works.
It's okay. It doesn't necessarily.
What is this script? You just have it on the second monitor. Don't touch the frickin' faders. What?
Don't worry about it.
Don't touch the faders, man.
Don't touch.
I thought it said
faders.
Vader, like Darth Vader. Don't touch the frickin' Vaders, man. There's multiple of them now. I mean, with how Disney's taking Star Wars, they might actually end up bringing it to
honestly,
2 Vaders. Is that where Kylo Ren's going? He's getting a rise from the dead. Spoilers, by the way. I'm just
big spoilers. What in the world are you doing?
No,
Disney's gonna take down our video.
Oh damn! For the spoilers.
Yeah. Look at all this ad revenue that they're gaining from.
two dudes talking and probably never gonna get a single view out of this other than us watching it by ourselves on our own time.
Probably cringing at it.
Yeah, because we're just gonna be like, wow, we did that. Am I proud of it? Not really. But it's out there now.
Yeah.
And that's about how I was with the original podcast. Because the first few episodes of the D&D podcast I used to have were absolute shit. Because I didn't know that my goddamn mic was a directional mic, and I thought it was like 360 all the way around it. Yeah. So in episodes, everybody will be quiet as crap except for one person on this side of the table.
Wait, wasn't it
It was usually Joey.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Also,
I've listened to a few of them. They're pretty great to fall asleep to. I remember.
Thanks. That makes me feel way better about myself.
If it makes you feel any better, it's because I was in online classes.
Yeah, so, a little bit. It makes me feel a little bit better. However, not much. She fell asleep.
Yeah.
That's just generally an insult.
It
most
is.
things. Like, I fell asleep at the theater yesterday. Yeah, people aren't going to say, like, yeah, that was a really good movie. I mean, there are really good movies to fall asleep to. Like, for me, Polar Express. Like, I can sit on Polar Express during Christmas time, and it helps put me to sleep because of, like, Tom Hanks. That man's voice.
I guess I get you.
Tickets, please. Tickets, please.
Okay, yeah. I mean,
it puts me to sleep instantly. Knocked out. Out. Smacked myself in the head. It was for the joke, but that actually hurt.
okay, but
Let's take a sip of our peace teas and review. You just slurped that down. I was savoring it. You gotta savor the taste. I feel it on my tongue still. That's not the same. Like, you gotta feel it in the moment, and then you gotta talk while you're feeling it in the middle of it. So like, wow.
I kind of understand what you're saying, but not what you're saying. Actually, I didn't understand any of that.
Yeah, to get some in your mouth is what I was saying.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I got that, but
oh, you don't get why you have to have it in your mouth?
No, I get that I have to have it in my mouth, but I didn't hear what you said. So I said I get what you're saying.
Not making any goddamn sense, man.
Okay.
I don't understand.
But the point of this is there was no point.
I hate you. Hold
on. Fuck. I had something to say, I really did. But and I'm gonna go through this.
You gotta think.
There's gonna be like 30 but us in this.
You gotta cut them out. I'll add 4 for you right now. I actually had something written down for a topic we could talk about, and I just totally forgot about it. So, like, you know what? Oh, I just bumped it. You know how in, like, shows you'll be watching something, and then you'll immediately or not immediately, but you'll, like, over time notice, like, some certain characters are really, really bad at that. I wasn't gonna... They're just really bad at, like, the actor is really bad at portraying, like, acting, I guess. And you're like, man, I could do better than that. Because every time I see someone doing really bad, like, just in the back of my head, I hear, no, I could do that better. I couldn't. Yeah. I really couldn't.
I mean, to an extent, once again, I think it depends on, I don't know why somebody's getting I don't know. I think it really does depend on the cues given off for the character, because I feel like Japanese to English, because I feel like this is coming from...
Okay, yeah, it is a little bit coming from anime, but I was mostly talking about that Scoob and Shag dub that I talked about earlier. It's still really good, but, like, I put too much faith in myself about the things I'm good at. So, that's another Discord sound.
Probably gonna be 5 more now.
Oh, wonderful. But, like, I'll put too much faith in how good I am at certain stuff, so I can do a mediocre Shaggy impression. So I'll be like, I hear somebody say a really bad Shaggy impression, I'm like, man, I bet I could do better than that. Yeah. And it would be exactly the same, because I'm not good at it.
You're not absolutely perfect. I understand you.
Nobody's absolutely perfect, except for the original Shaggy, I guess.
I feel like there's some that do it fairly good.
Do it better than the original?
To an extent, but also not to an extent. Like,
so nobody can out-shag the Shag, but some people can get to the Shag and be a little bit better than the Shag.
Like the live-action version.
Okay, I will give that. He was one of the best Shaggies that I've ever seen. Speaking of that actor, what is his name? Look it up real quick and I'll keep talking. He was in I've been watching a bunch of different animation, like, YouTubers and stuff, and one of them I found did a video on a really, really, like, a kind of old movie called, it was called Hackers, and he was in it. Really? And he was, it was so much worse than his Shaggy, like, portrayal, I guess I'll say. Because, like, I think it was a lot to do with the acting and like, direction that they were trying to portray it as, because the entire show was bad. I mean, movie was bad, apparently. Like, really bad acting and stuff and bad story beats. But I think they made him try to be, like, the token gay character, but not... I feel like they tried to make him, like, the token gay character, like, action-wise and speaking-wise, because he, like, doubles back on a couple of things he said, and then occasionally he'll, like, say something really out there that you wouldn't expect. So So I think that's the direction they were trying to go, but then decided halfway through, wait, gay people are bad. We can't do that.
What?
I mean, it was around like the early 2000s. So back then, I mean, gay people didn't have rights. So like,
yeah, I guess you do have a point, but like that's a weird direction to just immediately take it after. Have you ever watched The Simpsons, like very early seasons?
Yeah, yeah.
The gay jokes in that are pretty rough.
They're really rough. I've seen. I know that they're slowly, not slowly, but they've been ramping up that Ned Flanders kids are gay, for each other kind of thing. It's really weird.
Yeah, there's one.
Honestly, the Ned Flanders episodes are some of my favorite. I'm just gonna put that out there. He's a good character, and I love him.
I definitely agree.
A lot of the side characters are just better because you get less of them, and you're not overflowed with does and homie. Wait, do that again.
I don't feel like I should.
No, do it again. I need to hear it again. That was far better than I thought it would be. That threw me for a loop. Anyway, but like, I don't know.
Yeah,
you get less of the characters, so you don't get tired of them, I guess.
I do.
A character they slowly started overdoing was the guy that wanted to kill Bart, I feel.
Yeah, what's his name?
He had an afro, but not really at all. I don't know.
I remember the first
Sideshow Bob.
Sideshow Bob, yes. Wait.
That's
him.
And I feel like they slowly overdid him a little bit with a bunch of their more popular episodes, like the Halloween episodes and shit. And they kept putting him in there. I mean, it's a good premise because, guy wants to kill Bart. Let's see what we can do. Will Bart haunt him or will he zombie? So, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's kind of like a side character that was good, but no longer is, in my opinion. But like, Ned Flanders, I think, never really gets old, even though he's a character that they keep reusing. What is this? What is this low res?
I've got to save this picture because this just needs to be the thumbnail.
This needs to be the thumbnail. Like episode 1, we talk about Shaggy occasionally. But the worst thing is, I don't even know how long we've been recording, but it's only going to be like a small tidbit. And by the time people finish watching the episode, they're probably going to forget that we even talked about Shaggy.
If it makes you feel any better, oh god, I don't know what I just pressed. I'm going to keep my hand away from the keyboard. We are at our 542nd bar. We're recording this through Ableton for any music folk out there that...
I don't think anybody is going to care for a while.
It's pretty rough, though.
Everything about this is rough, from us to the concept of us just not having a concept.
Yeah. We went into this empty-handed, and by God, this is what we're getting out of it.
We're going to come out with something in our hands.
We're going to come out with a thumbnail for Shaggy. I promise that.
We've already finished it, so we came out here with something a little bit more than
I can promise that.
Went into it. Hey, my order shipped from Amazon. Oh, whoa. That's the third one today. Wait. Hold on. Maybe not. Maybe so. Oh, yep. All right, it's new. My motherboard shipped for because I'm building a computer.
Yes.
Yes. I wanted to make sure it wouldn't be like I wouldn't have to upgrade it for a while, so I went kind of a little bit overboard but I'm building it. Gabe, one of our friends showed us showed me rather, a idiot-proof case, so you could set up all the stuff in it, because it has like, this goes here, screw this, plug in this. Is that your cat?
That is my cat. Okay, I'll be right back.
He's trying to get in through the window. I don't know, I'll keep talking.
He's gonna come in here and he's gonna start meowing, I know it.
Oh, just kick him out again. Just throw him out the window.
This plays into my script, actually.
Your script? You don't have a script.
I do have a script.
Oh, your script?
Yes. So, for my next video...
I was talking about my computer, though.
Oh, well, you go ahead. My bad.
No,
you go ahead.
No, I don't care.
You go ahead.
I forgot where I was going.
You're at the dummy-proof case.
It's dummy-proof, and that's about it.
All right.
I bought all the rest of the stuff. I ended up spending about $1,500 in total for like everything. Continue. What were you saying?
What I was saying
is
that there is a part in which I quote-unquote throw my cat out the window. And what it is it is a shot of me throwing my cat onto my bed and then editing in him jumping out of my window as there's an escape window for my cat.
He's got a screen, like one of those like mesh screens on his window when it's open, but his cat dug a hole through it so he can just jump in and out of the house.
Yeah, he's literally clawed himself a hole through it.
He has a secondary hole too, where that secondary hole turned into the main hole, and it's just a bigger hole now.
It's just a bigger hole. It's the biggest hole.
Big hole?
Yeah. But I thought that, alright, so the main idea that I was going for with this is that we were going to talk about the origin of things.
Oh,
and I was going to start with our friendship.
Oh, yeah. I forget.
Alright, so I think that we started out being friends.
Refresh me on our friendship. How did that work out?
Alright.
Are we still friends?
Are we? Okay, copyright.
We'll talk about Igor later, I guess. No.
Yeah.
We can just edit the Shaggy picture pink and black to look like the Igor.
I don't think that'd be that hard.
You just gotta like cut him out, put a pink background, and make it black and white. No, it won't be hard. Don't say that though. Make it sound like it was hard.
Okay, yeah, it was extremely difficult.
It was extremely difficult. Cut that out. That isn't in there anymore. But yeah, refresh me on our friendship.
Alright, so I think that we started out being friends in early 8th grade because of marching band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember I was friends with Kobe before I was ever friends with you.
Yeah, you were in honors classes.
Yeah, middle in 6th and 7th grade. I had classes with him, and then he would occasionally talk about his friend Nick. And I was like, oh, I would love to meet Nick sometime. He seems like a cool guy, a bit of a nerd, because that's what Kobe says. Not to out Kobe, but and then we met in middle school, 8th grade marching band season. I remember that. And how exactly did we become friends?
I think that we started being friends because I couldn't remember your name.
Yes! Wade!
Yes.
You called me, I said, hey, my name's Caleb. That went in one ear, out the other. You called me Wade for like 4 years after that.
I think I remember very explicitly saying that you look more like a Wade to me.
Yeah.
And to be fair, if you look at pictures from past you...
I would say that, Caleb, Wade... Past pictures of me, I look more like a Wade. I don't know about now. Do I look more like a Wade or a Caleb right now?
I'd say that you look like a Caleb.
Alright, I've grown into my name.
Yeah.
That sounds like something that'd be in a cringy like Christian movie or something. With animals.
We actually have a progression of different things on the wall. Different ID tags.
ID tags on the walls.
But yeah, no.
You're just gonna you put them underneath the mic. I was like, that isn't a camera, man. You just trying to show it to the audience.
Well, whenever my Nikon D3, whatever the fuck, gets in
flex
here,
on them.
Yeah, flex on them for my 8-year-old camera that's been refurbished. But whenever that gets in, we'll be able to set up somewhere. I have 2 tripods.
We'll get on your bed and just like hold the mic. And just like hold it up and pass it around between us. You just hear a lot of coming in between us.
But what I would really hold up, let me show you what I was thinking.
You show me or the audience? Are you gonna edit this in? Are you gonna re-listen to this?
Yeah,
entire
I probably
thing?
will, and try to edit in some things.
Yeah, occasionally put in the Shaggy picture for no context.
Every like
for
2-minute intervals, it just comes in for like a split second.
Like a single pixel in an iframe. It's beautiful. So small that it's only a pixel and it's only for 1 frame.
But I was looking at obviously this is a little bit expensive, but it would be really interesting to have. It's a.
I'm getting unemployment. Not anymore. I think they took me off that shit.
I think that they did too.
After they gave me $3,000 and were like, well, you didn't really need that. Dang.
Yeah.
Keep it, I guess.
You can keep it.
You can keep
it. We can't take it back.
We'll just tax you for it later, because that's gonna be on I gotta file taxes next year, and that's gonna be on it. So I might have to pay money for the money they gave me.
Yeah, you might.
No, I most likely will. Well, that's fine. I guess I got my enjoyment out of it while it lasts. I still got $900 out of that.
Yeah, I've been. Dang it. Alright, well, I know what it's called now. It's Road Complete Podcasting Set. Alright.
Yeah, I've heard about that, I think. They also, Rode made a specific, mic for podcasting.
Yeah.
It's square-ish.
But
Excuse me.
It would be a beautiful thing to have.
$1,000 though. Oh.
Yeah, $1,000 is pretty egregious. But
is that a soundboard though? We can put in weird
that's
sounds.
What I'm thinking.
We can have our own conversation with ourselves from pre-recorded.
It's like a mixer, but it's like.
Dude, we haven't even put out the first episode.
We haven't put out the first episode.
And it's not going to be popular. What are you talking about buying a podcasting equipment?
Dude.
Weren't you planning on moving away to a different college than I'm planning on going to?
Yes.
So, you'd buy that and be able to use it for a year or two at most with me. And then you'd move off, make a podcast with somebody else.
Honestly, though, I feel like my mixer would probably just do the same thing.
What do you
Whenever
mean?
I'm going to get a digital mixer sometime soon. I think that is my birthday present from everybody.
Oh, I thought you were about to say from yourself.
So, I think that, whenever I get rid of my Focusrite box, I just have that bad boy. And
you
then
can't always give me the Focusrite box.
No.
Damn.
But yeah, we'd be able to plug in multiple mics, and this work a little bit better. Because
it also has plugins for this cord bit at the end of the microphone.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't have to use your little soft box, whatever.
Soft box?
I don't know what it is. Focusrite? Oh, that's what it's called.
Yeah.
I don't know where.
Soft.
I think.
Let's take a sip.
Let's take a sip. Calm me down a little bit.
We didn't do it at the same time.
Damn.
That's
you want to
bother me.
retry it?
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Close enough.
Good enough.
Are we talking about? Are we talking about anything
Illegal?
I didn't want to say it out loud, but
I mean, if you want.
nobody's kind of.
I can talk about. All right.
We going into story time? Are you trying to think of something that isn't too illegal?
I just thought of something. I was like, I need a story that's gonna be
Won't get
a
you
head twist. But then I'm like, oh god, I've got a really terrible story that I probably can't tell.
You can't tell it because it's not your story to tell at that point.
No,
it's on other people.
No,
or is
this one's my story alone. But
you don't want to out yourself.
One that I'm not. Yeah, I don't want to.
You don't want me to look at you in a different light.
Yeah.
I'll walk out the store right now, Nick.
It's pretty rough. I'll tell you afterwards.
You don't want it recorded.
Yeah, this is something that I don't want any
You don't want anybody other than close people knowing about. So you don't want somebody to come down the road after you're president or something.
I have to write it down on a letter and then burn the letter afterwards.
Or you could just tell me it and then burn yourself.
Yeah, I could.
Expunge the records.
Damn. I wish that this mic was wireless. I would totally.
Wireless mic?
Just pause.
I don't think they're going to be able to hear your cat.
I just want him to hear my cat eat.
He crunched on some food.
He's crunching on some food right now. Alright.
Man, give me a nugget.
But yeah, the origins of our friendship.
We're back on that.
That's what the last thing that I can truly remember us getting into.
Oh, wow.
It was.
Do you remember the first time we hung out?
Yes, it was. Wasn't that the night that I had to go get blood taken? Or was that the second time?
I think
That was the.
It was the first time I hung out with Kobe too. It was me, you, and Kobe.
Was that at the 8th grade? Like whenever the middle school would have to like come up with the high school and do the.
Yeah. It was after the middle school night. The middle schoolers had to come up and play at the stadium with the high schoolers. Those little fuckers could play the national anthem better than we could.
Probably.
Well, no. Remember that time that we fucked up the national anthem like so bad we had to stop and restart it?
I'm sure that it happened. That's terrible.
And like nobody was in it that day, and like that happened, and everybody just died.
Honestly, I feel like we could count the number of times that our football team, has won a game on both hands in our 4 or 5 years.
No, oh yeah, never mind. 4 or 5 years like of being in marching band. Yeah, we could count the amount of like fucking Coosa High School. We can count the amount of times that we've won in our entire high school career and a 8th grade middle school year on 2 hands. I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah.
I'm sure somebody's gonna come up to us in about 5 years listening to this. Actually,
it was 17 times.
It was 17 times. No, it was 11 times. 1 hand and 1 finger. I mean 2 hands and 1 finger. I'm bad at math. All right, don't judge me.
Like literally though, like we would average like 3 wins like every season, if that.
Okay.
Some less.
I remember that like the times that we won, it was always in a landslide against somebody that was so much worse than us, and that's saying something. I remember one time it was senior year. I remember that. And they won their first game, their second game, and their third game. We're like, we're gonna go, we're going, and that was the first year where I actually got into the sports ball of it, and we lost the 4th game, and the 5th game, and the 6th game, and I could go on. Yeah. I don't think we won another game that season.
It's sad watching a bad football team being the ones that have to root them on. It's better than the cheerleaders though. It's sad just to be a.
Yeah, well, at least we were able to like show our not fun, like that we weren't having fun or like weren't into it. Yeah, the cheerleaders were like, "Wow!" As somebody got their head caved in the middle of the field.
There were so many times whenever we would just like there'd be an injury or something, and then they would start
their routine, so they would have to like stop in the middle of it.
Like we would all point at them, just go yeah, and they just didn't get.
And then they finished, turned around, noticed everybody was like, there were people on the ground.
How does that work?
Well,
they have a instructor that's always there that should be looking at them, and they're.
It was Miss Cruz. You think Miss Cruz pays attention to sports ball?
Yeah, I guess you do have a point. I think that she pays attention to an injury. It's kind of like NASCAR. It's like one of the most important and exciting things that happen.
The most exciting thing about sports ball, the injuries. Yes. Except for in soccer, where apparently like every injury is faked or something like that.
I can see it.
What did you just drop?
Your cards.
My cards.
How
many of these IDs do you have from just different people? I think it's just me, you, and Tristan, though.
Oh.
Okay. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, if you include mine that you've taken off.
Yes.
So
plus, it's one of my brother.
Yeah, this is one of your brother from Six Flags.
Yes.
Don't put it. Excuse me. Don't put it up there. You gotta slide it down.
Mess up the
chronological order. Place that one at the bottom, because that's the.
Yeah, you're right.
9th grade me, and that's 10th grade me. There we go. No, that's 11th grade me. I lost my 10th grade one.
I think that was your 10th grade one.
No, I wasn't that handsome. I'm still not that handsome. I was hot in 11th grade.
Dude, I don't know. That hair was a lot. That hair right there is like
I back when I had the side fro, like a Jew fro on the side. It was a weird time, cause I remember specifically being like, that's cool as hell. And everybody around me be like, man, you need a haircut. And I was like, no, it's part of my identity now.
That's alright. That's kind of how I felt about my long hair.
Then I got a
I've
haircut.
still got some great pictures from me and my long hair.
You had majestic hair. It was always greasy, but it was majestic.
Yeah, it was always
if I don't say
greasy.
anything.
I think that's just because I'm a greasy person. Don't come up and
Greasy
touch me if I ever get famous.
You'll come like off of that looking like you just dug into a bag of like greasy ass Cheetos.
Yeah.
And licked your hands clean. But it's just from touching him.
I said famous, but I meant to say recognized. I don't know how you would recognize me, but
it's just your voice right now. But weren't we planning on like maybe doing videos or vlogs?
Yeah, no, we'll figure out something. Are we gonna
be able to see?
Is this gonna be a dedicated channel?
What do you mean by that?
Is this in entirety like it's just the podcast gonna be on like a?
I would say the podcast and any vlogs or shit we do will be a dedicated channel.
Yeah.
And then we'll have our individual channels.
I like that idea.
That will feed views into this channel, and this will be the main channel that we both own. So any ad revenue I get because I came up with the idea.
Okay, yeah, I understand. Hope you get fucking 2 cents.
Yeah, man. And that'll be my fucking 2 cents, and you won't get a penny of that.
Alright.
Out of the 2 pennies there will be.
That'd be a 50-50, so I mean, I understand why.
What if we only get 1 penny? Yeah, am I gonna like pay $2 for a penny?
Gonna cut it in half.
God.
But
I had an idea for something and I forgot it. Oh, I remember. So there's this new card game from Riot. I've told you about it. Legends of Runeterra.
Okay, yes, you've told me about it.
Yeah, alright. And I have been on top of my game on that because I've had nothing else to do really. So I just was like, you know what? I'm gonna build my own deck that I like and I like the concept of, and I'm just gonna go ham and see where it takes me. So I built a weird freeze self-hurt deck, kinda, but the self-hurt is for the other deck, like the other player.
Okay.
So what it ended up being is like you have your own individual champions, and those champions have their own kind of quote unquote win conditions sort. So it was a Teemo Sejuani deck. Teemo had a thing called puff caps, and every time you planted quote unquote puff caps into the enemy deck, they attached themselves onto cards, and whenever they drew a card, there was a chance that there could be however many puff caps on that card, and they take 1 damage for any of the puff caps that was on it. And I ended up getting my top. Hello, it's your mother.
Hello?
Hey, if we need you in a minute, can you help us push that truck over out of the driveway?
Yeah.
Truck that don't run.
Alright.
Okay. I'll let you know when I'm ready.
Okay.
I can just talk to myself.
Sorry for the moment of silence. I'm gonna leave that in because I mentioned it.
You don't have to mention it. You can just cut this part out.
Yeah, I could just cut this part out, but
But
what
you're
would be
not
the
going
fun?
to?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, wonderful.
So,
Just put something like make the screen turn black too, so it's like it just cut out, and everybody's gonna be so confused. I don't know. He's gonna have to leave in a second to push a truck.
yeah.
Big boy pushing a truck. So I'll be here talking to myself for a little bit.
Okay.
Cause
Yeah.
I'm not helping. That's not my truck. I
Yeah,
don't
it
even know
is
if that's your truck.
That's not my truck.
So you just pushing a random truck?
Yeah, we're just pushing random trucks.
People leave trucks to your house all the time and you gotta just push them to the ditch.
Yeah, I mean,
You got 3 out in there in your ditch at the moment. I wouldn't doubt it.
There are a lot of cars that come about my house. Have you noticed this?
You always have like 2 or 3. I've seen like at maximum like 6 cars at your house from different people, and some of them aren't even there from people that are at your house. They're just parked there.
Yeah.
Like
no, it's just. Well, it's not even people parked at my. I mean, like it's just like friends and family, you know,
Yeah.
just coming about.
Like I remember I've been here at one point. Jasmine's been here. Kobe, Tristan. And then two of your mom's cars have been here at one time, and your entire driveway was filled, and then the front of your lawn was filled with the cars.
Yeah.
And then it was a travesty trying to get everybody else out because people were spending the night, were parked in the back.
Yeah.
So they had to pull out for other people that weren't spending the night. It was weird.
Yeah. We've had some weird nights over here.
It's usually weird nights when we spend the night. How long have we been recording?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I really don't know.
You could check.
I can sort of check.
Here, we'll look it up. How many seconds is that? Saying that we've been recording. Got a number?
That is not seconds. Those are bars.
Well, how long is a bar?
Well, that depends on the BPM.
What's the BPM?
Probably 120.
Then what does that mean? I'm not good at music.
Shit, I could try to change it, but...
In the middle of recording? Nah.
So, each one gets 2 seconds. 2 seconds.
It's math time with Nick. It's smooth.
Or, there's 2 beats in 1 second. Fuck. Alright. You guys get to see me do math. Alright, so...
Come on, Nick, you can do it.
2 times...
Riveting gameplay.
4. Riveting gameplay.
Yeah, this is gameplay right there. You're playing the game of math.
1, 2, 4, 0. Well, I got like 99 minutes.
I don't think we were
I don't think
for an
so.
hour.
Shit. We don't know. We're stuck.
We're stuck in this purgatory because we don't know when to stop it. We're going to end up stopping it. It's going to be 2 hours, and nobody's going to want to listen to that. Just like my podcast, our average is 2 hours.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
But that's just how podcasts are, man. No one has time for 2 hours worth of background noise. Like, washing laundry takes, like an hour and a half at most. They can't finish it at that point.
Wait, what kind of laundry are you washing? By hand or something?
No.
Or are you just sitting on top of the washing machine being like, well,
enjoying the ride of my life.
Enjoying the ride.
Got it on, like, max load, and it's like a...
Vibrating.
Yeah.
It's unstable. It's going to shake around.
Indeed.
Max load, if you catch my drift. Ha
Ha
ha ha. Ha ha ha. I'm so funny.
Yeah.
Have I ever told you about, like, my recollection of the first time we boofed?
No.
Alright, people don't know. Boof for us is, just in case you don't know. Because I know boof also means shoving stuff up your ass.
Yes.
Like drugs and stuff. So I don't want people to think that we're shoving drugs up
We're
our
not
ass.
pack mules.
No way. Marijuana. When are we going to get together and do a little bit of marijuana? And that was the day I did. But I remember you gave me a hit off the gravity bong that you made.
Yes, this man took a hit off a gravity bong.
For the first ever time.
For the first ever time ever smoking anything in general.
I didn't like smoke it the normal way until like the third or fourth time.
Well, we loaded it for you and pulled it up and
then I.
Yeah.
But like you mean like I mean like from a pipe. I didn't smoke from a pipe till like second or third time. I know my second time was THC cards.
Yeah.
And I took like 2 fat hits off of that and I was blasted. Anyway, the first time I remember that you guys babied me.
Yeah.
Because you were like, I don't know how he's gonna go down, man. So I remember you gave me the doob tube. And had me try to blow it out the window.
I had it was a paper towel roll, like the cardboard from it, and I had written I'd made it into a cigarette looking thing, shoved dryer sheets into it, and wrote magic stick on the side of it. We called it the doob tube and the magic stick, but
you've since lost it. It's been lost to the tides. When was this? Was like junior year?
Yeah.
Yeah, like early junior year.
Yeah.
Because we had a pattern of hanging out a lot during band season and then not hanging out at all during other seasons. I don't know.
That's pretty much how it's been until
this year.
Yeah, because we had
all different types of shit.
Yeah, we've been
Goodman, Charlie Brown.
Yeah, we've been together like all year.
Yeah,
just been hanging out.
We were doing finger stuff, like a little handshake type thing. If you couldn't tell, well, you couldn't tell because you couldn't see it. Anywho,
yeah.
So you gave me the dupe tube, and I took that like an entire. So there. No, we gotta go to the gravity bong first. It's ramshackled together out of like.
Yes, it is made out of a 2-liter bottle that has been cut at the
No,
base.
at that point it was a milk jug.
Was it a milk?
It was the first one. I thought it was a milk jug.
No.
No, it was a 2-liter of Mountain Dew. Yeah, no, I don't remember. I think
it was. All right, I'd probably been sitting on that 2-liter bottle, just using it.
No, the milk jug was for the vape that you just shoved the vape in. And
I would shove my mind into the side of a milk jug and rip that shit, and for no other point than the fact that I was not addicted to nicotine, so it was still able to fuck me up every single time that I did it, and it's a great way to make yourself feel sick.
I never did that.
Yeah, good. It's stupid.
Yeah,
I've seen Joe like curled up on my couch way too many times from that. Oh, this is fun. Oh, this is good.
Oh, this is fun, man. I love nicotine. Anyway, but like, it was ramshackled together out of that, and then you cut a hole into the top.
Half burned, half drilled in through with a screwdriver.
Yeah, and then the top of the little cap, and then Gorilla glued a piece of
it wasn't Gorilla Glue, it was a wood glue.
Wood glue? That makes more sense.
And I feel like...
Yeah, I remember that. And then that was your piece.
Yeah.
So you just pack shit in that, drag it up unscrew it, suck that shit down. Oh, there's this child abduction. Who's this girl Amber, and why is she alerting me? Haha, overused joke. Anyway, so I took a rip off of that, and you gave me the doob tube. And so I was like, I held it for a second, and then I went to blow out, and that's when the coughs hit. So I went and blew out, and then I coughed, and took my mouth away from the doob tube, and smoke went everywhere. And Kobe was freaking out about that, because, dude, it's going to smell like a pot in here. And so you guys showed up. I was like, oh no, I can't get in your room. Gotta go to the closets. So I shut myself in your closet and finished coughing. And then I don't think you realized it for a little bit. Yeah. So I was stuck in there for a second, and then you were like, dude, what are you doing in the
closet?
In the closet. And at that point, I wasn't feeling anything. I was just dead from coughing. So you guys got me out of there, sat me down in a chair. And they were like, all right, you're going to feel it soon. You're either going to feel it in your neck or your knees. Because Kobe said he felt it in his knees first or something like that. I don't remember. And then,
yeah, that sounds about right.
And then somebody else, it might have been Kobe that felt it in the back of his neck or something like that. I don't remember. Next thing I know, my neck is just not feeling it. And it's just disappeared all of a sudden. And I was just like slumped over looking at the ceiling like, what happened? And then I was like, well, and then I figured out how my neck works again. And then you sat me down on the couch, or no, your bed, while it was still unbroken. Yes. And we watched Simpsons Wave for a good hour until I think that was the time that you took the first picture of me. That picture that Kobe has of just me stoned out my gourd with a shit-eating grin.
Yes, I know what you're talking about. We have a different version of that picture now, in which you've been converted into an old man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You did it.
It's literally the second thing you got. Like,
let me see it.
It's called Before and After.
You don't have the before, though. It's just me as an old man. Dude, find the original of it, and then find that, and then just...
Post the two of them together?
Post the two of them together somewhere. Either that or you can put it on the video. Like, thumbnail that. Is it still recording?
I think so. Yeah.
It is? It's going slow though. So I was confused and concerned that it wasn't recording any of this.
I'm getting it from this rather than this, but I think that this is a part of it. Oh well, here we go.
Oh, no wonder it wasn't moving.
Yeah. Oh my God.
We've been recording for a while. Wow.
Wow.
Wow, look at that. Would you look at that?
Wow, indeed.
Wowie zowie, Batman.
If you keep scrolling to the right, it's almost like it's still moving. Wow.
What? But has it stopped recording?
No, I'm saying like it's like it's.
Yeah. No, I see it.
It's getting filled in to the right every single time, so you have to.
No, I see it.
Okay, yeah. I just explained it poorly.
Yeah, you really did.
Yeah.
I was confused. I guess we'll go on to the second time where I took a fat hit off of that dab cart.
Yeah.
It was. No, I took that hit. It was over at your house again. Your bed was in a different place. I remember it was straight in the middle. That was the day I broke my phone with a gun.
That was the day, wasn't it?
With a fake gun, a pellet gun. I brought a pellet gun over because at that point we were still doing little white shit, and I wanted to take pictures with a fake gun or whatever. So I brought that over and I was spinning it on my finger, and it just shot off my finger and hit my phone, broke that shit. And I think after that we took the hits, and I remember looking at Kobe, and you know that that burger shop Nickelodeon. Not big. That it was a claymation type burger thing on anime, or like burger shop anime on Nickelodeon, not anime. Burger. I'm gonna look it up because I'm gonna be thinking about it, and I'm not gonna be able to stop thinking of it.
What are you talking
I don't know, man. I'm gonna be thinking about what
Wait,
I'm trying to say.
I know what you're talking about. You're talking about that fucking show where
Mr. Meaty, I think.
yeah,
Might be Mr. Meaty.
the clip where the guy eats his dude.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
This?
Yes.
I remember looking at that and looking at Kobe and thinking that Kobe looked exactly like this fucker. And I was sitting there shitting my pants because I was like,
Yeah.
what? Are you kidding me? I'm in the show.
Yeah, that sounds
I'm in
like
an episode of it, and everybody's gonna see this episode and see me high off my gourd. So I started panicking a little bit, but I was high off my gourd, so I was sitting there slumped, having an inner conflict with myself, being like, "Wait, what is real?"
Yeah, there's a problem with the dosage in your stories. I'll definitely give you that. We didn't per se go easy on you.
No, because the first time I was fine. The first hit I took. We waited a little bit, and I got exactly the same amount of high that I did with the first time. And then I came down a little bit, and I was starting to get my functions about me and be able to think clearly. I was like, no, this won't do. So I took 2, and that's when it started. That's when I started regretting it. Not regretting it. That's one of my favorite memories now from like smoking.
Yeah, it's definitely the first that are always your favorite.
It's like crack. I mean, meth. Both.
Yeah.
The best one's always the best. And then you're like, well, I need to get that again.
Yeah, I gotta get that high.
I will say it hasn't been exactly the same as that. Because either I'll have over-smoked myself and just gotten slumped and fell asleep, or I won't get enough and I'll just be sitting there like, well, now I just feel like I'm a little bit more alert.
Yeah, now I just feel a little funny.
So I've never gotten the same amount. I will say that.
There is one quintessential moment of me being high where everything was just golden, and it was my first time getting high by myself.
Ooh.
I was anticipating this moment for some weeks. Like,
you were like, today's the day.
Yeah, no, I was very nervous to do it at first, actually.
Oh,
I was...
Alright.
Like, and for those out there watching, and if you were in 9th grade, 9th grade, Don't follow my advice. Don't do the things I've done. It's a poor idea.
Don't do weed.
Yeah, don't do weed.
It's okay. It should be legal.
But
don't do weed.
Yeah, don't do weed at that young. What's a famous quote from Futurama? It's bad for you until you're 21, and then it's very, very good for you. But yeah, I was scared of doing it by myself because I was afraid that I might freak out or I might get caught, and I didn't know what to expect with...
At this point, your mom was not okay with it?
Yes, no, my mom was still very much... hell, I think that she was still in AA, so I mean, like, yeah.
Of course she wouldn't have been okay with it.
Yeah. But it was, like, 1 o'clock, and I was, like, just getting to the point where I was, like, ready to have that switch just flip, and I'm like, alright, no, I'm not even worried now, I'm just gonna do it. And so, I went ever so quietly. I thought about jumping out the window, to be honest with you. I didn't plan that one through, so I just didn't. I crept out the front door.
I remember crawling in your window one day, because you accidentally, like, you didn't know I was there, and wouldn't answer your freaking text, so I crawled in your window, and you're just like, what the fuck are you doing?
I don't remember this, but...
I think you were stoned off your gourd as well, and that was the main reason you weren't answering. Because I remember you get, like, me walking through your window, and you thought it was your cat. No, that was before you got your cat. You just didn't answer immediately, yeah. So I started crawling through your window, and I was about halfway through before you noticed me. That was it.
That sounds faint, but yeah, no, I'm sure that it's happened. A lot of people try to come in through my window. You're not the first.
I know I'm not the first. I remember, like, stories of Joe and Kobe trying to do it. I remember a story of Joe actually doing it. In the middle of the night, I think.
That was his own window.
Oh, never mind.
Yes. But, I see my dog outside. It kind of caught my attention.
That is your dog. I thought this was your dog for a second. I thought your cat was your dog for a second.
But, yeah, no, I finally went out there and, pulled the trigger. Back whenever I had the...
That's a bad way of saying it, man. Pulled the trigger, and that's when it happened.
That's when it happened. That's whenever 8 kids die. But, I was smoking out of a corncob pipe, and it was so insane to be alone and stoned at the same time. Like,
you had no stimulus except for your own mind.
Yeah, exactly. Because
I have yet to be alone and stoned because I don't smoke by myself.
Yeah,
it's always I'm a social smoker.
Yeah, exactly. And to many, well, not as much as of late, but to the same degree, I enjoy being around people. But there is something.
I feel like you get more like stimuli because I feel like if I was alone, I'd easily fall asleep. Unless I was doing something.
Well, that's kind of what I had the idea of I was gonna watch Bob Ross.
Oh yeah,
and it was such an uplifting and overwhelming experience. I believe I cried. I'm being so serious. Because every single stroke, I was like, you're doing it wrong. You're making it worse. Stop now. Like, I was almost at the point of screaming at the TV. I was livid but raptured with just awe of just watching this man do his work. And I ended up going on Wikipedia.
Wait,
and
you thought he was doing it wrong?
No, like I just wanted him to stop because it was beautiful as is, and he just
kept adding on, making it more beautiful. But halfway through making it more beautiful, it looks so much worse. And then he puts like 3 taps of paint here and there, and suddenly it's a bush.
Yeah, it was the episode with the mountains.
They're all mountains. Pretty much every single one of them.
It's the one with the mountains.
You're not gonna be able to explain it, man.
Okay.
I promise. Just stop it right here. Every single one of these.
Figure it out in editing and throw in a singular second of that picture.
You have to pause it. You won't know when it'll be. It might not even be right now. It might be at the exact end of it.
It might be.
I feel like we've gotten a little bit better at talking. We've gotten past the awkwardness. Definitely... See, everybody's gonna stop listening at the awkward parts at the beginning. We gotta say disclaimer. This is not
it
good.
Gets gradually okay.
Disclaimer. I promise it gets better. It's like Ruby. You gotta get to the 4th season before it gets good.
I didn't get to the 4th season.
I didn't watch it.
I remember, what's his name? Takeshi Kitano.
What? Kateshi Kitano? What?
Takeshi Kitano. I was trying to say the name of, he's a Japanese actor. It's not the... I was purposely
Takeshi's
going...
Challenge?
Yeah,
From
that's
that
what I was...
John video?
Yeah,
Okay.
I was saying him, but it's not his fucking name. The animator from Ruby ended up dying like after like season 3 or 4. I
So
think.
that's why it got good?
It was
the
something
guy
like
died?
that. I don't remember. I don't think that's why it got good, but I think that
They had a...
maybe he was the one that made it better, and then he pressed F, or we pressed F for him. Excuse me.
Wait, what?
Maybe it got good at season 4,
he didn't
and
press
then
because he was...
yes,
Mm-hmm.
he wasn't allowed to press F for himself.
I mean, that was the last thing. He was on at the keyboard. Last button he pressed was F because he died. Pressed F himself.
Yeah.
And he accidentally had kept his finger there, so it was just 14 dozen pages of F before anybody found him.
Ooh, it'd be a good episode to do for this.
What?
The Tall Tales of Jeff.
That would be... I will have no stories of Jeff, so
But
you'll have all the stories.
Have,
I feel like that'll be an episode where we bring in like Kobe.
yeah, Kobe and Joe. And
Kobe and Joe. And get the 4 of us around this one singular mic.
hopefully we'll get more mics. I want to get more mics. I'm saying for me, myself, I would like to get
I have
more mics.
$900 left out of the stuff I have.
Well,
the
whenever
savings.
you get your shirt...
So we can just get that podcasting set up. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah,
Don't get your hopes up.
Yeah, I wouldn't assume that you would, but yeah, if you get that Shure microphone, we could hook that up easily. I'm getting a here, I'll show you the
Wouldn't the audio quality be kind of like different between all of them?
they would be.
So
It'll just
sound a little bit worse on some of them.
yeah.
Okay, sounds good, I guess.
I mean, it'll be all right. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out, and it'll maybe be okay. Look at that man, clicky clacking away at his keyboard, trying to figure out what he's trying to say.
Yeah, I want to get this bad boy.
No, I've tried. Like that was the microphone that we got for the podcast originally, and she paid for those with the like our teacher paid for those with the budget she was giving, and we plugged it in and tried to get it to work, and like it sounded like shit.
It's because it's an on-camera.
What?
It's an on-camera microphone.
That makes more sense.
Yeah. I mean...
We plugged it into a computer.
And you're probably... you're probably...
We
was
told
the
her
same
it
one.
sounded like shit. And she's probably like, well, that was a waste of money. It hasn't touched them since. They've been sitting in a closet for 2 years now.
Oof.
Hasn't been used once.
But yeah, no, I think it's a shotgun microphone. So basically, the idea is that
Poke
it
a hole
goes...
in the side, open it up. And
Yes.
yeah, all right, makes sense. Let's go on to our next subject.
All right. But
Choked a little bit there.
what was I gonna say? Besides
That's a wonderful picture of
it
Shaggy.
is-
We keep bringing up Shaggy.
It's just,
It's
I mean,
just-
like, literally, like, every single one of these, man, like...
They're so low resolution. Okay, that one's a little bit better. That one's
like,
serviceable.
How do you be this?
Buff Shag.
It makes me sad.
You remember the Ultra Instinct Shaggy meme that was going around for a while?
Yes.
There was, like, somebody who decided to make memes where it was, cast interviews with all the cast, and he was being possessed by the ghost of by the spirit of Shaggy. Not the ghost, because Shaggy never died.
Yes,
But the spirit of Shaggy, and it was like, so one of them was like, yeah, they got everybody for casting for it, and just gave them the shirt, the pants, and did their hair up a little bit, and they allowed the spirit of Shaggy to enter them, and they decided that whoever survived would get the part. I was the only one to survive.
I'm sorry, but
What you looking at there?
okay, just making sure that it's fully on the bottom. Yeah, okay. My bad. I just got ADD a little bit there. I was making sure that the cardioid part was facing the bottom, so that's gonna be loud.
Louder than.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that wasn't the same loudness of a snap because I can't snap as loud.
I really do feel like we should have probably put this up a little bit higher. So.
It's shrunk. Like it's went down.
Yeah, I've noticed.
It'll be fine. By the time it reaches the table, we should stop.
Yeah.
That'll be our timer. This is
might take a while. Because this thing will
podcast, first episode.
long podcast. Just gotta get a couple hours in so we can get decent at it.
Every time I come over, we just hit record and we hit
entire...
stop when I leave. And just post that. A day in the life of two nerds, two knuckleheads. There we go. You know who's a knucklehead? Gabe.
Yes.
I have a story about Gabe. It's me, Gabe, and two other people on the League of Legends server, that Discord server that we're on. There's one of the people are called Bones, and one of them is called Zan. So we decided that they called me in because Gabe was like, "Come, we require you." So I went into the call with the three of them, and Bones is basically screen sharing something to Discord for everybody to watch. Honey Pop. So I sat there, I was like, "Are you guys just watching him play Honey Pop?" And we were like, "Yeah." Gabe said, "Join us, Caleb. We require you. We require your expertise." That's a quote. So I sat there.
It's more or less the delivery of the way that Gabe would say it. I can already hear him.
And he said, "We require your expertise," and then he did that cackling laugh of his.
Yeah.
Or something like that. And I sat there for 3.5 hours watching this man play Honey Pop. And then he got to a point where Gabe was like, "Man, I just took my meds. I gotta go to bed." And he was like about 15 minutes before he left, he hadn't said a word for a while. And we were like, "Gabe, are you awake?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm just watching." And we were just sitting there yelling at Bones, telling him how bad he was at Honey Pop because he's bad at puzzle games. And I remember Gabe, this was during slumped Gabe hours, and I called Bones a smooth brain, and I just hear sleepy Gabe say, "Smooth brain." That was the first one I'd heard from him in a while.
Smooth brain.
So then the next day, they get back on, and I come get on there with them, and for another 4 hours, we watched him play Honey Pop.
That's rough. Isn't that the game where
you go and sex women?
Yes.
There's
it's the game of cake farting. Am I right?
No.
No, is that the? That's the porn game, isn't it?
Honey Pop is borderline a porn game.
Yes, but
there's
I'm saying
pornography in it, some hentai.
I remember PewDiePie playing a game where that was a thing.
He's played several games like that, man.
Yeah, but
man, I watched it. I watched him play through the entire game. I specifically remember nothing about cake farting.
Dude.
All right.
I just remember it because it was a revelation for me. I discovered
revelation.
how much I love cake farting.
But yeah,
this is why Blaze believes that I'm into belly inflation porn. It's comments like that.
Man, everybody thinks you're on the spectrum.
Oh, I'm sure.
In the back of their mind, just wouldn't be surprised if you came out being on the spectrum. I'm totally joking, by the way. Nobody thinks you're on the spectrum.
I think that for a little bit, I thought that I was on the spectrum.
Dude, I swear, early 8th grade when we were hanging out, I wouldn't have doubted it.
Yeah.
Nowadays, you've gotten way better than 8th grade.
Yeah.
You're borderline, you were 8th grade. You were just getting out of your brony years and were trying to figure out where you wanted to be in life. And that's where I think and I was just getting out of my creeper jacket years as well. So we were both growing up.
Yeah, very rough transitions.
Rough transitions.
A lot of in between.
In between doing this or that.
Yeah.
I still feel like I'm doing that with with my pink outfit. I decided to buy that entire outfit of like a pink not wardrobe, but like pink jacket, pink sweatpants, pink underwear. I'm wearing the pink underwear right now. Pink socks, pink shoes. I'm wearing the pink shoes right now. All because one day for Christmas, I said to my mom, I was like, "Give me a pink beanie," and she said, "Okay."
And you went down the rabbit hole.
And I went down a rabbit hole. I've had this beanie for like 3 years now.
Speaking of which, I'm gonna put on a beanie.
Yeah. You got your what is that shirt? That hat say?
This hat?
No, the hat you're wearing.
Southern Pride.
Southern Pride.
It's
your beanie's down there on the ground. It's
there. It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember you dropped it earlier. You gonna put it on top of your
this
hat?
is inside out. I mean, I can.
I wouldn't recommend it.
Well, then I'll just do this. Aesthetic noises.
Alright, this is ASMR Podcast with Caleb. Hello, and welcome to my ASMR podcast.
It really is easier after you've kind of like sat down, kind of like
just
talk to a microphone for a
yeah,
little bit.
you've talked to the microphone. Hi, microphone. How are you doing? I feel like it's mostly because like we just didn't know. We hadn't gotten to the groove of talking yet.
Yeah.
Because I got here, we talked for a second, and then we plugged it in trying to figure out how to get the mics working, and then we just started, and it was okay. And I feel like after we got over that beginning awkwardness, I feel like next time, like the next episode record, if we do, I would like to. That'd be pretty chill. That it will be way easier, but it will still have that like era of like awkwardness at the beginning.
Probably.
And then we'll get into a groove quicker, I feel. I'm gonna steal your wallet for a second, look through it, see if I can get anything to talk through out of it. Yeah, I did.
What?
What?
Yeah, I had to explain why it was so bent to my brother recently.
Okay, I'm looking at his driver's license right now.
I'll take a picture of it and put it on there.
Don't do that, because this has got
it does have
it.
crucial information. I'll take a picture of... Here, I could take a picture and mark out, like, everything, but put, like, where the lines are.
That's stupid. Just know that I'm going to count how many creases this thing has.
Dude, I could just take a picture of it from the side, to be honest with you.
You could, but I'm going to count the creases right now.
Okay, yeah, just count the...
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 creases in it. And it's got bubbles in it. From one of the creases seems to have made bubbles. This is an old picture of you too.
Yeah, back when I had long hair.
I had long hair and long neck hours.
I just thought about... That was like right... I think I had to leave band camp early that day.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, you look greasy.
Yeah. I probably was.
Your signature looks way better. You can actually tell it says Nick Johnson.
Well, my signature is... I've never worked on my signature. Ever.
I finally said to myself one day, hey, you've signed your name a bunch of times and it's never been the same. People are going to worry about you in the future, and everybody's going to be able to forge your signature because they'll just say, it was a different time that he signed his name. Yeah. So, and you can see it on my driver's license. It's like just squiggles. Absolutely just, I threw my hand on the screen that I was signing it on, and that was my signature. The DMV lady that was in charge of it was like, are you sure? Do you want to retry that signature? And I was like, yes. So I retried it, and that's the one that you see on it now. It looks just as worse as the original. Yeah. So I finally decided I can't write cursive, but I'm gonna make it look neat. Yeah. So I have a K, and then hump, like an I. You know how to write a cursive I? It's just like a little hump, and then an I, like a dot above the I. Imagine just not dotting your I's. And having K, I.
Weird.
That's my signature. Well, and a big L for the B, basically.
Guess it makes sense.
And then Wright, my last name, WRIGHT.
What's that? Did you hear it?
I did. You got ghosts, man.
Did it come from my closet? It did.
It did.
It's my
It dropped.
Ethernet cord.
Well, that's a mystery solved, gang.
All right.
Hey, it works with our thumbnail now. What was I talking about?
Maybe this is our fucking thing. Maybe our premise is that we loosely reference Scooby-Doo.
The same thing throughout it. We get one thing and that's the bit.
Yeah.
I hate it. What was I talking about? Oh yeah. And my signature, but it's basically the same for my right. It's W hump 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 hump. I give a little bottom swoosh for the G, and then I give
is this something that we should
cross
talk
it.
about?
No.
You know.
No, but I'm doing it anyway. I
don't think anybody cares.
I don't think anybody cares. Who's gonna try and forge my name? Who's gonna care?
Someone wants to make a boat loan. I mean.
A boatload?
A boat loan.
Why a boat loan?
I mean, I don't know.
I mean, I get we're in Georgia and boats are kind of prevalent, but I'd rather just take out a loan.
Yeah, I guess you have a
than
point,
a boat
but
loan.
like
A boat loan you can only spend on a boat.
yeah.
A loan loan you can spend that on some
yeah.
dough, spend that on some pot, spend that on a honey.
Is that how loans work? I don't remember.
No, I don't think so, but I've never taken out a loan. Man, we're probably gonna have to take out loans soon for college.
Yeah, I was filling out my FAFSA yesterday.
I filled out my.
And we have the
yesterday?
wrong.
I finished mine like late February.
Yeah, I know. I've been really bad about it.
You're not gonna get any. I'm gonna give you the same thing that Scoggins told me. You gotta fill it out soon, otherwise you won't get any money from the government.
Yeah, and he's not wrong. I'll do it faster next
Scoggins.
year. Me too. He is such a man.
We graduated, and 5 days later, I realized I hadn't finished my application to Highlands yet, and I emailed him. I'm not even a high school student anymore. I emailed him, and he was like, "Yeah, all right, you gotta fix this. You gotta finish this and this." He checked my profile for me, my college profile that I should know how to check.
Yeah, I feel it. But navigating Highlands is bull.
It really is, but I figured it out, and I'm doing good. I finally sent in those my proof of residency and my vaccination form.
I don't know if I've sent in my vaccinations. I think that's the only thing that I'm missing.
Have you even applied?
Yes.
Okay, that's
yes,
good. That's
of course.
Good.
I've got the GHC thing on the back of my car.
Oh yeah.
The last time that we
yeah, because you've gotten accepted, but
yeah.
you haven't sent in all the information. I haven't gotten it accepted.
Weird.
Maybe Tristan got accepted to KSU, but he's not going. Most likely.
Damn.
He's gonna go to Highlands for 2 years and then transfer there, like I am.
Yeah.
Or Highlands for a year and then transfer, like I am. I have no idea which one I'm trying to do. Whichever one works, I guess.
I think that I'm gonna. All right, so this is my loose plan. 2 years of Highlands, obviously, because it's a good fallback and.
It's simple, it's easy, you get your core classes out of the way, and it's cheap.
Yeah.
Relatively speaking. It is college.
I'm either
college
going
is
to.
Cheap. Once it's free. My dad went to college free.
Yeah, because he was doing technical training, wasn't he?
No, because he was unemployed.
Ah, that works.
He got fired from General Shale. And, well, not fired. Quote unquote, laid off. He had a disagreement with one of his supervisors that absolutely hated him. And they, quote unquote, laid him off. And then he was like, well, I'm unemployed now. Time to go to college.
That's a weird time, but it makes
sense.
sense.
The state of Georgia paid for his college.
It's interesting. I mean, that's cool, though.
Anyone there got a technical degree. He's making double what he was.
Yeah,
so getting fired
sucks.
I mean, it still sucks that he got fired.
Yeah.
Not at all, really, because
they
were working him to death.
Benefit. Yeah.
No, my dad weighed, at his peak of working at General Shell, he weighed 280.
Yeah, and he's a pretty big man.
That was mostly like in his from muscle and but he's got a big old beer belly of course as well.
Well, he's about like your size, isn't he?
He's 6'2".
Yeah. I thought that he was a little bit taller, but I couldn't remember.
Yeah, and then I think he shrunk recently. Actually, he's getting old. There's that third Discord call thing. Anyway, and And by the time they let him go, he had been working like really long hour shifts, and he weighed 210.
Yeah, that's...
And it was like unhealthy. My dad's dad looked at him and said, "Boy, are you on meth? Do we need to talk about this?" Because he had lost so much weight in such a little amount of time. Because he was doing good at about 280, like for a while, most of my life. Because he's been working there since I was born, pretty much.
Yeah,
and then in the final like 5 or so months that he worked there, they dropped like, what did I say was 280? And then I said it was 210. Math. 70 pounds in about 5 months. Just from sheer overexhaustion. And it's not the first time. You know, have you heard about how they worked a guy to death?
No, I've not.
He was this older dude, about 56. And he was working night shift, and he worked all the way to back to where day shift was supposed to take over. And they're like, all right, you gotta stay here and work for a little bit longer. We'll pay you overtime, but like you gotta stay. So he stayed for another. He worked a full 24-hour shift, right? And then he was like about to go home. He was at the place where you clock out, about to drive home and stuff, get himself a good night's rest, and then go back to work that night, pretty much. And then they came up to him and said, "Here's the keys to an 18-wheeler. Drive to Tennessee."
Oh my god.
And he drove, after a 24-hour shift, I think with all the stuff he had to do, ended up taking him another 6-7 hours. And he drove all the way to a different plant up in Tennessee, parked the car, had his mom pick him up. His mom took him to her house. He went to bed on the couch. He had a heart attack that night. Died.
Good God.
Nothing happened.
Just
nobody pressed charges. They didn't get any repercussions for it. Also, like the time the guy got his leg ripped off. No, his arm ripped off. And they paid him off not to say anything.
That's crazy.
My dad has a video of the thing that did it to him, because it's a platform that's supposed to move bricks, and it was supposed to be stopped. However, it's broken, so when it stops, it doesn't stop. It keeps like jutting forward, like. And a guy was like reaching down to pick up something that was in the way, and it rolled over his hand, and he couldn't get it out, and it just kept rolling down his arm.
Oh. And
ended up like ripping out his the socket in his shoulder and just ripping his arm off. That's a pretty gruesome thing to think about.
Yeah.
They got no repercussions because he was a poor dude working at a brick factory. They gave him $5,000.
That's still not.
And that was it. Nothing happened out of it. I guarantee if you looked it up, you wouldn't even hear anything in the newspaper or any legal stuff. Because they gave him $500.
I'm sure that this type of stuff happens all the time, but
it's just different when you hear about it. Also, drugs were rampant. People would be shooting up heroin.
That's probably the reason why. Like he probably just didn't have any other thing to do.
That was because if he had tried to press charges, they would have drug tested him. That was one of the main reasons. I forgot about that.
I know that whenever Michael, you know Michael.
I know Michael.
I'm gonna give his name, but for the sake of ambiguity, I'm not gonna say who he is or his correlation. But
what about Michael?
Yeah, whenever he left Shale or got unemployed, I remember he was doing pretty rough. He looked pretty out of it.
My dad remembers about a month or two before he got laid off. They hired a group of 30 high school graduates. By the next month, all of them were either hooked on heroin or meth. It's just sad because that's the type of they're like, I'm tired. I need someone to pep me up. Time to shoot up some heroin, I guess. I don't know what goes through their mindset to make them do that, but I guess it's also a little bit of peer pressure because if everybody's at the plants doing it, might as well, I guess, at that point.
I mean, there's no repercussions for it other than, your own moral dilemma.
Other than, if you get in an accident, you can't
Drug-
do anything
yeah.
about it.
Just have to bequeath the consequences of, hey, I can't do a drug test and, get disability.
Hopefully they'll give me some money to pay me off or something like that.
Yeah. It's crazy.
I wish we could figure out how long we've been doing it. It feels like it's been about an hour-ish.
Yeah.
It's probably been like an hour and a half.
Oh, yeah, it's been well over an hour now.
Wow. Alright.
Well,
You feel like you want to try and wrap this up?
Yeah, do you have any closing statements? Okay, yeah, I remember what I was going to say.
Alright,
Alright,
we'll close it out in a little bit, in a few seconds.
Alright, if we get 69 subscribers to this channel, will you try to do your Schroeder, or not your Schroeder, your Linus dance?
Yeah, I'll do my Linus dance.
Alright.
Alright, for context, Nick and I, he was on Tech Crew and I was one of the actors for a play called You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown. It's Charlie Brown. I played Linus. I had a blanket. So yeah, if we get 69 subscribers, I will do my Linus dance and we'll record it and I'll post it. We'll post it. That'll be a subscriber goal, I guess.
Yeah,
it's like Twitch sub goals, but
yeah,
it's not Twitch. That's the 4th Discord sound.
That's actually the 5th. There was one going on during our spiel with
Which spiel?
the last one that we had.
Oh, okay. I don't know. But yeah, I have a few closing statements. Do you have any before I start? I was gonna plug your channels.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing that, but I think that the more important thing is thank you if you've even
listened this far.
Yeah, even dared to click on this video, because I know that it's kind of butt cheeks, but
I know that the thumbnail is gonna be a purple, black and white picture of the guy who played Shaggy. We never did learn his name. We just looked him up. We did learn his name. What is his name?
I didn't. It's not Shaggy Rogers. Also, I'm pretty sure it's
Lillard.
Matthew Lillard.
Okay. Norville Shaggy
Lillard.
Rogers. Is that what Shaggy's first name is? Norville?
Norville Shaggy Rogers. This is the fact of the day.
Fact of the day.
Norville
is Shaggy's first name.
So if you're ever talking about Scooby-Doo,
you got that fact now, and
yeah.
that's your gift from listening to this episode.
I'm sorry.
But, all right. So yeah, thank you for clicking this video. This thumbnail of a purple, pinkish, black and white picture of freaking
Norville.
Jeffrey Lillard as Shaggy. Yeah. It's such a horrible picture too.
It really is. I'm glad that I already saved it.
He's a good looking man, kind of.
But that picture.
That picture. All right. I'm gonna plug mine. Bread Laddie is my YouTube channel. I have no videos at the moment. I don't know if there's gonna be anything out by the time we get this out. Probably not.
We can just put it on a wait list if you have decided. All right.
Don't worry about it. I'm not gonna be able to finish everything until I get my computer done and then a spot cleared out for it, which is gonna take about a month, and it won't take long to edit this.
Yeah.
So we might have several episodes out by the time I end up posting anything.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, Bread Laddie, you can look it up. You won't find it. I'll be sure to link it in the description when we post this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
plug.
as you know, or maybe not, I'm the Sound of Null, and I've got like I've got one video, but I've got a video coming out next week.
You have a music.
What?
Yeah. Bad Boys Boofing.
Yeah, Bad Boys Boofing, but that's not really.
It counts. We're trying to make that into a song.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let me go ahead and say this too. I'm starting a SoundCloud, and I don't know how much is gonna go on it, but
There's gonna be some stuff.
It's gonna be some stuff. Hopefully, by the end of it, I'll have a small
cult following.
I'll have a small collection of singles that I'll just branch into an EP and say fuck you.
Put it in a mixtape.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can follow our socials.
Yeah. Sounded null.
Oh, Jesus, what is my social?
This is gonna be the part that gets the most editing. I hope that you know this.
Bread Laddie is is my Insta. Apparently, I should have guessed that. And then my Twitter handle is Laddie Bread because Bread Laddie was taken.
Was it really?
It really was. So Laddie Bread is me
Laddie Bread
on Twitter. Twitter.
I do not have a Twitter.
Just make a Twitter. It's pretty neat. It's so cringy to just scroll down through trending and stuff.
That's kind of how I feel about it. I don't really do much on my socials. I was gonna post one time last week, didn't. So.
I don't know. I don't really care about it that much. I just do it when I want. But
yeah.
Anything else?
We'll
take that as a no.
Don't step on tags.
Yeah, you dropped one earlier. Did you pick it up? Man tried to tack a blanket to his bed.
Bed?
I mean to
my ceiling.
To your ceiling.
I tried to do some acoustic.
Acoustics.
Yeah.
Alright, well, we will see you guys in the next episode, I guess. Or probably not, because who's going to listen to this?
But if you do listen, that's pretty cool.
That's pretty neat, man. Alright, goodbye.